Hello, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to another video. And without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. 5 thoughts on the Cowboys' 24-20 loss to the Eagles. The Cowboys played better than we thought they would. Yes, losing that game was frustrating when it was right there for the taking. But the team was competitive and almost won on the road against the defending champs after a very tumultuous offseason. They showed a running game with Javonte Williams, and they seemed capable of playing with the better teams this season. For a loss, that game has to have Cowboys fans somewhat optimistic about what is to come. CeeDee Lamb will need to make up for his misses in the clutch. CeeDee Lamb is one of the best receivers in the league, but even the best make clutch mistakes. Lamb dropped 2 passes, including a late bomb that could have changed the game. He was also unable to corral a 4th down completion that was undoubtedly a tough get, but it's a catch he's made before. Lamb will now be on a mission to pay this team back. Javonte Williams, the Cowboys' running game, especially in the first half, was working, and Javonte Williams was the main cog in that. He scored 2 touchdowns and finished the game with 54 yards rushing. In the second half, the run game wasn't as effective on a consistent basis, but there was something there that could grow as the season progresses. Plus, we've yet to see Jaden Blue in the rotation. Matt Eberflus needs to solve his Jackal and Hyde defense. In the first half, the Cowboys' defense was inept. They weren't creating a lot of pressure on Jalen Hurts. Saquon Barkley was having a good day, and Hurts' legs were killing Dallas. In the second half, Eberflus took more chances by throwing some blitzes into the mix, especially from the secondary, and discombobulated the Eagles' offense. Going forward, he needs to get that risk-reward ratio correct earlier in the game. Kudos, Brian Coach Schottenheimer deserves a lot of credit for helping navigate this team through some turbulent waters in the last week. He had his team focused and ready to go. He put his team in a position to win, only to be let down by a superstar who usually doesn't make those type of mistakes. There was a lot of promising stuff from Schottenheimer for his first game, including scheming a somewhat threatening running game. Maybe he was a good choice after all. NFL exploring discipline for Jalen Carter, Dak Prescott after Cowboys-Eagles game. It was a thrilling NFL season opener between the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles, but all anyone can talk about is Jalen Carter. The Eagles' defensive tackle was ejected before either team took an offensive snap after spitting on Dak Prescott. This incident has sparked curiosity among fans on if Carter could face additional discipline, such as a suspension, from the NFL. There is also additional angles showing Dak Prescott spitting prior to Carter's incident, but the Eagles' defender was a considerable distance away from the Cowboys' quarterback. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported that the NFL is exploring all the details and footage of the incident before deciding if additional discipline is necessary. The NFL insider added that Prescott is unlikely to receive discipline while Carter's status remains uncertain. The NFL is going to review the entire spitting incident, which is standard procedure in any case that involves an ejection. Pelissero detailed on a September 5, 2025 episode of Good Morning Football. That could lead to a fine. It can in certain cases lead to a suspension, but there's several important factors here to note. 1. Jalen Carter effectively served a 1-game suspension last night by becoming one of the only players in NFL history to get ejected before playing a snap in the game. Generally, if you're going back historically, the NFL, in terms of additional discipline, has handled spitting incidents with fines, not suspensions. Dak Prescott is unlikely to face discipline for incident with Eagles' Jalen Carter. This is a long way of saying that past discipline for similar spitting incidents has led to fines, not suspensions. With Carter missing all of Week 1, smart money is likely on the defender being able to suit up against the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 2. The one thing that appears most clear is that Prescott is unlikely to face any discipline from the league. As for Dak Prescott, let's be very clear here. Pelissero added, there is no rule against spitting in the general direction of someone from a significant distance. I would not anticipate that this is going to become something that ends up in discipline for Dak Prescott. Former NFL top free agent shockingly retires. One team could intervene. Despite signing a contract with the Las Vegas Raiders a couple of days ago, wide receiver Amari Cooper abruptly retires from the league before the 2025 season kicks off this weekend. According to the breaking news, the former top free agent has told the Raiders that he will be retiring and has no plans to play anymore as of now. Originally selected in the first round of the 2015 NFL Draft, the former Alabama product was looking forward to rejuvenating his career with the Raiders, after having a down year with the Buffalo Bills while battling injuries. However, it looks like it's catching up to him, so that might be a reason why he's stepping away. But it shouldn't be a surprise if he ends up unretiring from the league. After being a reliable receiver from his first stint as a Raider in 2015, the wideout, like any NFL athlete, has expectations of a championship. Through recording back-to-back campaigns of 1,000 receiving yards and 5 Pro Bowls, the wide receiver might be far from over. and he might be willing to come out of retirement if a contender needs his help. Cooper continued to thrive as a capable, offensive weapon with the Dallas Cowboys and even the Cleveland Browns despite the circumstances of the Browns having an inadequate quarterback situation. With a Super Bowl ring left to be accomplished for the one standout wideout, here are one team that might bring him out of retirement. One last dance with the Dallas Cowboys. Despite losing Jonathan Mingo for a couple of games due to a brutal injury, the Dallas Cowboys still have arguably one of the best pass catchers in the league. The trade for George Pickens was much needed to determine whether or not he fits into this offense to give CeeDee Lamb some relief in the aerial attack. They can't afford Dak Prescott to lean on Lamb and tight end Jake Ferguson forever. So, it's never a bad idea to get another wide receiver. While Cooper is retired, he wouldn't rule out the idea of returning to Dallas for one more year. The Cowboys are trying to win sooner rather than later, despite the Micah Parsons trade. So, Cooper joining a potentially struggling offense during the mid-season might make sense to boost the momentum. What's your opinion? Would you be in favor of Amari Cooper returning for at least one more season? Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.